today. I'm in the woods by a big pond, and the ducks are just starting to wake up. There's mandarin ducks here, there's different kinds of geese, there's moorhens, there's mallards, and the birds are waking up too. All the ducks here are all laying their eggs, making nests, looking after their babies. So I thought it might be a nice time to read this story. The author is Jonathan Emmett, the illustrator is Rebecca Harry, and the title is called Ruby Flew Too. And she's a little duck, can you see? Let's find out what happens with Ruby. Once upon a time, upon a nest beside a lake, there lived two ducks, a mother duck and a father duck. There were 5 eggs in the nest. Mother duck sat upon the nest all day. How many eggs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She sat on the nest all day and all night. Through howling wind and driving rain, looking after all 5 of her eggs. Then one bright morning, the eggs began to hatch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little beaks poked out into the sunlight. 1, 2, 3, 4 little ducklings shook their feathers in the breeze. "We'll call them Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca," said Father Duck, and Mother Duck agreed. There's a duck just landed on the pond over there. But the 5th egg, oh dear, did nothing. "Oh, will it ever hatch?" said Father Duck. "It will," said Mother Duck, "in its own time." And sure enough, it did. "She's very small," said Father Duck. "What shall we call her?" "We'll call her Ruby," said Mother Duck, "because she's small and precious. Hello, Ruby." Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca ate whatever they were given. They ate anything and everything. What are ducks eating, these little ducklings? There's a worm, a dragonfly, and some leaves. But Ruby ate nothing. "Will she ever eat?" said Mummy Duck. "She will," said Father Duck, "in her own time." And sure enough, she did. She's eating a dragonfly. Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca swam off whenever they were able to. They swam anywhere and everywhere, but Ruby swam nowhere. The ducks are starting to come over and say hello. There's a beautiful duck in the distance, really pretty duck. Can you see it? I wonder what kind of duck that is. It's called a mandarin duck. They're very, very pretty. There's also a goose over there, look. Back to the story. Sure enough, she did. She did start to go for a swim and get bigger. Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca grew bigger. And Ruby grew bigger too. Her feathers grew out and her wings grew broad and beautiful. And when Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca began to fly, Ruby flew too. Rufus, Rory, Rosie and Rebecca flew far and wide. They flew out across the water. They flew up amongst the trees. But Ruby flew further and wider. She flew out beyond the water. She flew up above the trees. She flew anywhere and everywhere. She stretched out her beautiful wings and soared high amongst the clouds. Mother Duck and Father Duck watched Ruby flying off into the distance. "Will she ever come back?" said Mother Duck. "She will," said Father Duck, "in her own time." Wow, she's going far away, isn't she? And sure enough, she did. What's happened with Ruby? There's Mummy and Daddy Duck on the nest. There's Ruby. And what's happened? She's got a Daddy Duck with her. And how many ducklings have they got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Ruby went and had some of her own ducklings. And that's what all these ducks are doing. They're going to lay their eggs soon. And have babies of their own. Can you see the lily pads in the pond? And the bulrushes. All the ducks are coming to say hello. See you soon.